Too weak? Good. Now we're finally being honest. You feel it, don't you? That sting when someone says you're not strong enough, not talented enough, not ready, not capable. And the worst part? Sometimes you agree. You look at your results, you look at your failures, you look at the gap between where you are and where you want to be, and it feels massive, unfair, humiliating. You train, you try, you push, and still, it's not enough. You give everything you have, and the world doesn't move. That's the pain, not just losing, but giving your all and realizing your all isn't powerful yet. That realization crushes people. It makes them quit quietly. It makes them lower their goals. It makes them say, maybe I'm just not built for greatness. But listen carefully. Feeling weak is not the same as being useless. Feeling behind is not the same as being finished. And being too weak today does not mean you're meant to stay that way. Weakness is not a life sentence. It's a starting point. Every strong person you admire, they were weak once. Every legend, they were doubted once. Every unstoppable force, they were underestimated. The difference? They didn't run from that truth. They faced it. You feel weak? Then measure it. Where are you lacking? Skill? Discipline? Endurance? Focus? Be specific. Because vague insecurity creates fear. Clear awareness creates strategy. You don't cry about weakness. You train it. You don't hide from your limits. You attack them. But here's the hard part. Growth is slow, painfully slow. You won't transform overnight. You won't wake up tomorrow suddenly unstoppable. You'll wake up tired, sore, still doubting, and you'll have to choose again, to train again, to try again, to endure again. That's the real battle. Not proving others wrong, proving to yourself that you won't quit. There will be days you feel small, days you feel embarrassed, days you feel like everyone else is ahead of you. And in those moments, your mind will whisper, just stop, just accept it, just be average. That whisper is dangerous because it sounds reasonable. It sounds comforting. It sounds safe. But safety will never build strength. Struggle does. Failure does. Repetition does. You say you're too weak? Then good. Now you know the truth. And truth is power. Because once you admit weakness, you stop pretending. And once you stop pretending, you start improving. You don't need to be the strongest today. You need to be stronger than yesterday. That's it. One small improvement, one extra rep, one more hour of focus, one less excuse. And slowly, the gap closes. Not dramatically, not loudly, quietly, but permanently. You won't notice it at first. Others won't notice it either. But one day, you'll face something that used to break you. And this time, you won't flinch. That's growth. That's earned strength. Not flashy, not instant. Built layer by layer, scar by scar, failure by failure. Here's the brutal truth. Weakness only wins if you accept it as your identity. If you say, this is just who I am. If you stop trying, if you stop fighting. But if you decide, I may be weak now, but I refuse to stay weak, everything changes. Because strength is not a gift. It's a decision repeated daily. And yes, it will hurt. Your muscles will burn. Your mind will get exhausted. Your confidence will shake. There will be moments where you feel like you're making no progress at all, and you'll wonder if it's worth it. Pause. Sit in that question for a second, because this is where most people break. This is where they say, I tried, but trying once isn't enough. Trying until it hurts isn't enough. You try until it transforms you. So I'll ask you something real. Right now, when you feel too weak, when you feel behind, when you feel like everyone else is stronger, will you let that label define your future? Or will you grind in silence until the world has no choice but to admit you were never weak, just unfinished? Unfinished. That's the word. Not weak, not incapable, unfinished. And unfinished things have potential. But potential means nothing without pressure. You don't become strong by wishing for it. You become strong by surviving what once overwhelmed you. So here's the shift. Stop asking, why am I so weak? Start asking, what is this weakness teaching me? Is it exposing your lack of discipline? Good. Fix it. Is it revealing inconsistency? Good. Correct it. Is it showing you that your effort has been comfortable? Even better. Comfort never created strength. Pressure does. You don't get to skip the hard phase. You don't get to jump from doubt to dominance. You earn dominance through repetition in the dark, through mornings when you don't feel like moving, through nights when quitting feels justified, through days when progress feels invisible. That's where strength is built. Quietly, brutally. Honestly, understand this. The world does not reward potential, it rewards proof. And proof takes time. Time that most people are unwilling to endure. That's your advantage. If you can endure longer than your excuses, if you can stay committed longer than your emotions, if you can keep training when motivation disappears, you separate yourself. Weakness becomes your teacher, not your identity. You think strength is loud? No. Real strength is calm. It doesn't panic under pressure. It doesn't crumble when tested. It doesn't look for validation. It executes. And that version of you, it's not far away. It's hidden behind daily decisions, behind the choice to train instead of scroll, behind the choice to focus instead of complain, behind the choice to continue instead of collapse. You won't wake up one day suddenly fearless. You build fearlessness by facing what scares you repeatedly. You won't wake up one day suddenly confident. You build confidence by keeping promises to yourself. Small promises, daily promises, kept consistently. That's how weakness dies. Not dramatically, not instantly, but gradually. Until one day you realize the thing that used to intimidate you now challenges you. The thing that used to break you now sharpens you. The label too weak no longer stings because you know it's outdated. You outgrew it. But here's the final truth. You don't wait until you feel strong to act strong. You act strong while still feeling weak. That's the transformation. That's the turning point. So when the pressure hits again, when someone doubts you again, when you doubt yourself again, will you retreat into the old excuse? Or will you stand there, heart pounding, fear present, and prove through action that weakness was never your limit, only your beginning?